So here we're saying, council member, the preservation of individual property rights is of the utmost importance of the city council. So preserving the individual property rights is is top priority. Yet in this city, property owners are restricted to little more than just cutting grass and weeding. Anything more extensive, such as remodeling, is prohibited by our zoning laws. So, Corey, what are our 2 points here?
The preservation of individual property rights is of the utmost importance.
And
anything more extensive is prohibited by our zoning laws.
yes. So we need something that allows both of these to be true at the same time, right? Something that allows us to not allow anything beyond cutting grass and weeding, but still preserve individual property rights. So let's just start with A. So A says property owners are sometimes allowed exemptions from restrictive zoning laws. That one, this is very weak, right? Because this means at least one time. And that doesn't really make any sense, right? Like just because they can one time, that doesn't mean that we're still preserving these individual property laws. A lot of people pick B, so I'm gonna skip over that one. C says, the city council places less importance on property rights than do property owners. Why is this one wrong, Nadia?
This one would lean towards it would actually contradict the idea of the preservation of property rights being utmost important towards the city council. It leans towards the idea that like there is no paradox.
Right, it's only one, it's only referring to one of the points, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And two, just because the city council places less importance on property rights than do property owners. All right, so here's another like side note of a lesson. Absolute versus relative. So if I say sky is tall, that's relative, right? Or that's absolute. I am saying sky is tall. But if I say sky is taller than Nikki, does that make sky tall? Or is sky just taller relative to Nikki?
Relative.
Relative. Excellent. So here, when we say less importance, is this an absolute or a relative term?
Relative.
Relative. So does this mean that the city council doesn't care about individual property laws?
No.
Nope.
They both could care about it immensely, just the property owners care a little bit more. So just you're going to notice that everywhere in the LSAT now. All right, and then a lot of people pick D, and then E. Zoning laws ensures that property rights are not overly extensive. Why is E wrong? Who knows? Adriana, do you know?
They're just talking about one, which is zoning law.
True, but also this is the problem we're trying to seek, right? They're saying that property rights are not overly extensive. We want property rights to be extensive, right? We want them to have all the property rights in the world. Do you agree? All right, so everybody, I want everybody to look at B and D again and either affirm your answer and choose it again or go with the other. All right, Tyler, you changed your answer to the correct answer. Why did you change it? Can you tell us why B's wrong and why you went with the other?
Yeah, I saw the word property taxes and I didn't think that matched well, but also they're talking about like the zoning laws are created because like remodeling could affect other people's property or that neighborhood. So I thought like that's an infringement upon the property or the individual property rights of other people, which is just the paradox that we're trying to explain with the zoning laws.
Wait, what answer are you talking about? I'm sorry.
D, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I
I'm
was
just
thinking B about why, okay, why, let's talk about why B is wrong first. Did you say because of property taxes? Okay, so I'm gonna bring it in a little bit. So B, we're talking about the best, just because it's the best interest of property owners to increase their taxes, does that preserve their individual property rights? Like, I'm sure there's a lot of things, like I could say it's in your best interest to not eat fast food because health insurance will go down. Am I preserving your individual human being rights by telling you that?
No.
No, I'm not, like, because like it's up to you to decide, right? Like if you want to eat fast food or not. Where B, so this is where it really says like allowing both things to be true at the same time. This is telling us like if we add this in, an individual's property rights may be infringed upon by others altering their own property. So it's actually telling us like, hey, if we let people do it, it's going to harm someone else. And so we're, preserving everybody's individual rights by having this versus just letting everyone do their own thing and potentially harming someone. So it's specifically addressing the 2 points. Do we see that? A lot of you got that one right, especially the second time.
Yes. And so when you